Star Wars season is finally gone. We're finally in a meta with an FNCS. There's not that many tournaments, but still almost every single pro has already officially announced where they are going to be landing for all of the divisional cups and the FNCS for this superhero season. We have so many different pros and brand new trios to go over as well. We're going to see how it starts though. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, as we try our best to upload daily competitive content for you guys. If you guys are going to be buying the brand new season's battle pass and you want to support me even more, please just use code KDOG when doing so. Follow me on my Twitch, link in the description down below if you guys want to watch any of these brand new season tournaments with me. Without further ado though, we got a lot of different people to go over, so let's just jump straight into this video. So as always, when I make these videos, I like to go over Fortnite comp reports, top 5 POIs in this season, just based off of day 1, so we can get a little bit of a gist of what POIs are like super broken this season relative to where the pros that are landing there. So in 5th place, he has Flooded Frogs. I think that has been a top 5 POI basically this entire chapter. 4th place, he has Crime City. 3rd place, Utopia City. And then tied for the 2 first place POIs, I think the like undisputed, undeniable best POI in the game is Demon's Domain, and then the other brand new POI of Supernova Academy. Let's start this video off by talking about the massive spawn fight of a potential Peterbot code and ritual versus Puyo. Now, Puyo started off by tweeting out staying Demon's Domain with Acorn Agers and their coach of Raz, and then just an hour later, Peterbot tweeted out Demon's Domain and everything with Ritual and Cold, and also their coach of Raz as well. This is one of the off spawn fights though that I really wouldn't be surprised if Puyo's trio decided to go somewhere else before the first official Div Cup and maybe even Eval Cup as well. I really don't see a world where Peterbot's trio and Puyo's trio fight the entire season out of POI, because if we're just being real, I think a lot of us would probably agree that Peterbot, Code, and Ritual are definitely a lot better off spawn fighters than Adris, Puyo, and Acorn. Also, Peterbot and Puyo are literally best friends, and they have the same coach as well, and I don't think Raz is gonna want 2 of his best teams to be contesting each other the entire season. I think if there is one person though that wants this off spawn fight to happen for the entire season, is definitely Clicx, because most people could probably agree right now that Peterbot's trio, Puyo's trio, and Clix's trio are the 3 best trios on the entire region. And so if 2 of the 3 teams are contesting each other, I think this would be a pretty free Clicx FNCS win season. But I honestly highly doubt that they're going to continuously contest each other. But I mean, hey, if we get a Peterbot versus Puyo off spawn, that is going to be absolute cinema. This drop spot also looks eerily similar to like kind of how Grim Gate looked from last chapter. So if we go from Peterbot and Puyo teaming up last chapter, defeating everybody off spawn, to now going against each other, oh my goodness, man, that would just be absolutely amazing to watch. Let's talk about a trio that is still trying to qualify for LAN this upcoming season of Bugha, Threats, and Rapid. So it does look like this trio is going to be confirmed. The thing about a lot of these teams is they really need to lock in and fully decide who they are going to be playing with, since there is only 2 divisional cups before FNCS. So these teams don't have like a bunch of time to be scrambling around, trying out different teams and seeing what works. They need to decide right now, and that's also why we are already seeing so many of these teams already claim a drop spot. It would be kind of crazy if Bugha was able to just instantly off of day 1 of the season claim arguably a top 3 drop spot without even having a secured spot at LAN yet. Bugha's trio does continue to be one of my locks for the teams I think are almost guaranteed to qualify for LAN, even though there is only 2 spots. NA is just going to be such a bloodbath this season. Next up, I want to talk about the first official brand new trio that we have that is confirmed to be playing West, and that is going to be the brand new team of Bucky, Noxy, and Suds. So unfortunately, the Bucky and Ocus era is officially over, but Bucky is still sticking with his plan to play on West, and he is going to be teaming up with Noxy and an underrated go of Suds, who just finished 7th place in the last grand finals on West. So Suds is already a West player. Noxy, I'm pretty sure, is a Central player, so he's also gonna have to go to West. I'm very curious how the actual team dynamic is gonna work on this. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be like Noxy IGLing, Bucky playing support, and then Suds playing the main fragging role. I would be lying to you guys if I said I knew a lot about Suds. Today was my first time ever hearing about him, but I always love to see some new up-and-coming players, and I hope that he's able to absolutely pop off, impress the Bucky fans, and not only be able to qualify for Grands, but maybe shock the world and qual for LAN as well. Next up, we do have the confirmation that Mr. Savage is sticking with his trio of Rezon and Chap, and they are going to be landing at Magic Mosses. And you know, it wouldn't be a Mr. Savage off spawn if he wasn't already contested, because then an hour later, FORTNITE tweeted out, this season, best spot next season for globals, and he is also going to be landing at Magic Mosses. Now, straight off the bat, I really haven't got to see how good Mr. Savage, Chap, and Rezon are at fighting off spawn, but unfortunately for them, they had to run into like the final boss of off spawn fights of FORTNITE, Pablo, and Chino, who literally alphaed off pretty much every single person that contested them last season. FORTNITE is quite literally known for off spawn fighting, coming off of a second place in a grand finals and already having their LAN spot secured. I don't want to say that Mr. Savage should just like huddle up in a ball and run away, but if we're just being real, any spot that FORTNITE really wants, he's probably going to end up getting. I would be very interested to see how an actual off spawn goes between them though, because like I said earlier, haven't got to see too much of Mr. Savage, Chap, and Rezon fighting off spawn, but it is kind of unfortunate that their first real test of off spawn fighting is going to be against arguably the best off spawn fighting team in the world and a team that already has a LAN spot. Speaking of trios going Magic Mosses, we have Iamzo tweeting out at Clicx, at Higgs, and him saying that they are going to Magic Mosses as well. Now, this is a team that I would probably have to assume is going to end up getting this spot completely uncontested. I think considering how many good trios are going there, this definitely is probably a top 3 POI in this season. I don't want to necessarily say I'm surprised they're not trying their hand in landing at Demon's Domain. I think it is smart for them to just not get in an ego battle versus Peterbot off spawn again for the entire season, since this is a season that actually does matter for an FNCS. And if we're just being real, if these two trios ended up contesting each other, whichever one ended up leaving, their fan bases would just go absolutely crazy on the other. So I think it's smart for Clicx, Iamzo, and Higgs to just go to a spot that they know they're going to be uncontested at. It's still probably a top 3 drop spot on the map, and a spot that they will still really have a chance to be able to win FNCS out of. I think this is not only the right decision for them, but also just the mature decision as well. Next up, a team that potentially should have won FNCS last season, a trio that also already has their spots booked into the global championships. Bugha is the first person to claim Demon's Domain on EU. Now, going back to like FORTNITE's whole decision to go to Magic Mosses, I'm a little bit surprised that FORTNITE like isn't even gonna try to contest Demon's Domain. He said that he's going to be going the best POI during global season, which now that I think about it, could lead to a very interesting off spawn fight, because we know Peterbot's going to be going the best POI, and if FORTNITE's saying he's going to go the best POI as well, then it's looking like things are lining up to be a Peterbot versus FORTNITE at LAN. But FORTNITE also tweeted that he's going to be going the best POI for the rest of the year after his second place at globals, and it's pretty clear at least that right now that is not what he is doing. I'm still kind of holding out some hope that maybe FORTNITE ends up switching drop spots, not just because I want to see Mr. Savage be uncontested, but also just because it kind of contradicts a lot of what he has been saying recently. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. The first eval cups of the season do start, I'm pretty sure, in like 2 days. It looks like both of the trios that landed Seaport last season are staying at the new converted POI of Utopia for this season, because Merstash tweeted out bunker for this season and globals with Queasy and Swizzy. Something that is a little bit concerning for me at least though is Queasy tweeted out need one with Merstash for evals and divisional cups because Swizzy is going to be in Russia. Now, I don't know like the full context around the situation, so I'm not going to say too much around it, but like this is a little bit difficult for a trio that is coming off of a season where they finished in 5th place in, which I think all of them know was definitely a disappointment to where they could actually be placing. And now they are going to be getting no practice together going into FNCS. Luckily, at least they have already qualified for LAN, but I do have to say my confidence in this trio is just slowly going down right now, unfortunately. The reigning defending FNCS champions of Pixie, Vania, and Marius are staying at Flooded Frogs, and they are also saying they're going there for globals as well. And I don't don't want to start talking too much about globals because the whole map could literally change by the time we're in the global season, since it is, I think, a completely new season by the time globals comes around. But we do have to start hyper analyzing some of these teams that have not already qualified for globals, but the teams that are looking to try to be able to make globals as well, since this is just like the last chance in the last bit of practice all of these trios are gonna get. And I'm saying all that because a Cooper, Reet, and Curly versus Vanya, Pixie, and Marius off spawn would be absolutely insane. So I mean, yeah, I guess since I already spoiled it, Cooper is still also landing at Flooded Frogs with Reet and Curly. Both of these teams have been going there pretty much the entire chapter, and ever since Cooper, Reet, and Curly formed together, they both know they'll get uncontested there. They already have land spots secured. Smart decision from both of these teams. Noah Riley tweeted out his brand new trio of Jew and Trexer, and they are going to Outlaws Oasis plus the Bunker. This is a team that I'm probably going to assume is going to have to fight off spawn, just because they are not like a super established trio or anything, but excited to see Noah Riley's brand new trio nevertheless. And then a team I was a little bit surprised ended up sticking together is Rise, G Money, and Muzz, and they are still going to be landing at Shiny Shafts for the rest of the year. Rise is finally back on 0 ping as well. Once again, just a smart strategy from these guys. They still need to be able to qualify for LAN, so they're just going to go a spot that they know they're going to be able to get uncontested. Shining Shafts is not like terrible either, but the pressure is going to be on for this team for trying to be one of the only 2 teams that are going to be able to make LAN on NA this season. Some more brand new trios we have is like the underrated 13-year-old GOAT of Shark, confirming that he is sticking with Comeback and Bugha, and they are going to be landing at Shining Span plus the Bunker for Major 3, and they also have a coach of Sven. I think getting a coach was super smart for this trio, and I do like the fact that Shark is sticking with Comeback and Bugha as well. Hopefully they're able to build up chemistry together. This is 100% a grand finals team. It just is really going to depend on where they're actually going to place. I don't necessarily want to say I have like global qualification expectations out of this team or anything, but I do think they can be very good still. Next up, we got another trio on NA that still needs to qualify for LAN of Bolts, Kanata, and Sphinx, and they have announced that they are switching their drop spots and they are officially going to be going to Crime City. Now, I've said this in every single video that I've talked about Bolts and Sphinx, but the fact that Kanata was able to go on a month-long vacation, not play the game at all, and then come back and still have the exact same trio while not even being qualified to LAN yet is just absolutely insane loyalty that I feel like we really never see in Fortnite anymore. I still don't necessarily have like the highest hopes for these guys yet, just because the only tournaments that they played together, they finished 7th place in both of them, being grand finals and the last Div Cup of the season. But there is no way that Kanata's qualifying to every single grand final streak ever is going to end this season if they are not able to qualify for globals. So I'm really rooting for this team. All right, we got a couple more NA Central teams that I've already announced. We have like Chance, Curve, and Edgy, the brand new trio, announcing that they are officially going to Boxcars. So all of the rumors of them potentially playing with Dukes looks like they were not true, and Chance and Edgy have now picked up Curve, and this is another trio that still needs to be able to book their tickets into LAN. Shadow, Craze, and Virgo are sticking together after getting a 2nd place in the Star Wars Season Cash Cup. They are going to be landing at Resistance Base plus Lovely Lane for everything. Once again, this is another trio that still needs to qualify for LAN. And then some more underrated teams. We have like Jack, Noah W Plays, and Chaos Gaming landing at this little split next to Kappa Kappa Factory. And then we have Tyler's brand new trio of Josh, Riley, and Scare landing at Outpost all season. And Tyler also says he has nothing to lose anymore. So it looks like the Shadow, Curve, and Tyler trio is officially done forever. But I also really wouldn't be surprised if these guys got back together by the time FNCS starts, if all of their brand new trios dud. And then some West teams we have is like Epic Whale going Utopia City with Enact and Z-Link, and Paper announcing his brand new trio of Victor V and Source for West as well. I DM'd Biko before I recorded this video on where he's actually going to be landing this season, since none of them have officially tweeted anything out yet, and at the time of me recording this, he just said they are still deciding, since it is a W key meta. Before the season started, they were originally going to Brutal Boxcars, but since they are such a good fighting team, they want to be able to have the best loot possible to be able to maximize their potential in this season. And I think any season that they are completely uncontested, they're always going to have a chance to win FNCS. So by the time you're seeing this video, you could probably either go to Vico, Vino, or Flixie's Twitter to see where they are landing. But if they still haven't tweeted anything out by the time this video drops, I guess they might still just be going to boxcars. Other than that though, we should have tournaments officially starting in 2 days from the time you're seeing this video. So remember, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you guys do not miss how the first tournament of the season goes. Remember, please use code KDog in the Fortnite item shop if you guys want to support me even more, especially when buying the brand new season's battle pass. I cannot thank everybody enough who uses code KDog. Follow me on my Twitch, link in the description down below if you guys want to watch any of these tournaments with me. YouTube says I enjoy one of these 2 videos up on the screen right now, so go check them out if you guys haven't already. Thank God for another day, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.